Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back on into Farthest Frontier on this fine, bright day. I hope you're having a great time, good life, all that jazz. But here we are, 306 on the population, 18 years in. We're actually almost into our 19th year. We're coming into autumn. I love a bit of autumn as we are in it ourselves, but here we are. So we're kind of gunning to get up to the 400 population where we can. We're just trying to edge the food stores a little bit. I'm just waiting for a purchase of sand, if I'm honest. So once the sand comes in, my preservist building will be built. What I'm going to do is go ahead and turn the construction... Oh, the ingredients are in, so they just need to finish building it. And we'll pause it afterwards, because it's not going to be doing much at the moment. And we'll kind of just let that build up. That's kind of where we're at the moment. We did start production of books in the last one, so as you can see, they're coming in. Not as much paper as we'd like, so I might go to 3 in there. The ratios are a little bit weird, but we have plenty of flax to cover it. And we'll just wait for this one to finish. There it is. There it is, the preservist building. So we're going to go ahead and pause that one up, mainly because we don't have anything to put in it yet. Gorgeous looking building, though. By nothing to put in it yet, we're not making glass. So we need glassware, which requires the glass maker. And the glass maker itself requires that sand, and we can't get hold of it yet. We do need to pick a spot for it. This is disgusting on desirability, like absolutely filthy. It's one of the worst buildings in the game. So yeah, it's not something you'd ever want to live next to. Like even putting it here is going to cause issues for those ones. The best I can do is over here. I think that's fine though. It's nice and tight across there. It is a building they will attack though, but I think that being upgraded, which we can obviously do, will cover it. At the moment, we're not going to upgrade that one for obvious reasons. We don't have the units in, but that will allow us the recruitment of the big boys in the next one. So coming into next year, we've got a lot we want to do. Mainly, though, glass, hopefully. And pretty easy one to build. It's pretty costly on the brick front, but I think we're in a position where I can probably turn this one back on now. So we'll get a couple more people running that. And we'll just check in. As you can see, looking pretty solid here. I'll make sure we go up to 20 there at some point. But labourers, it only wants about 36 at the moment. So we are in good standing there. And desirability coming in really nicely. We did get this little bit done at the start of the... Or towards the middle of somewhere on the last episode. I don't know. But here we are. We've got the benches out front of the school. So once they're upgraded and this road is going to be upgraded, it looks really, really cool. The little subtle touches, right? And I haven't decided yet what we're going to do with the trees. But I definitely want to put some going down this row here. And for me, I pick specific, so it's got to be all the same one. Know which route to go down. I think it's going to be the spruce tree. And spruce we're going to just bring all the way down, so I'm going to spend the gold. And we're going to bring the row across here. And I think I'm going to do the same, so I've got a bit of an idea. And it's not equal, but I think you need to just be okay with that not being equal. But here's the plan. So I'm just going to do that a second. And I think I'm going to open out and fence off in here. And we're going to save space for something else. Part of me wants to change this piece, though. So we're just going to come here. And that will be dead central there as it comes in. And then I'm going to bring trees. You can probably guess what I'm doing. Trees down this row here as well. We'll see, though. We'll get those ones in. I think that'll look really good. Right, just pinging this festival pole for upgrade as well. Mainly because it's just gold, stone, and wood. And it looks really nice once it's done. But yeah, here we are. Year 19 then, just coming in. And food-wise, we're still okay. I'm not happy with this now. I need to get rid of this piece. To then replace it once more. Kind of wanted... Huh. How am I going to do that? I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I've got to get rid of that one to then redraw the other one in to make sure it is just that. Can I go there? I can. There we go. Got to draw it twice. Cool. We can draw around that. So once that's upgraded to stone, that'll look really, really nice in there, I think. And the trees have been planted. We're going to go ahead and get the other bit planted along here. I know it's wasting my gold. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I really don't care. I think it's going to look nice. Alright, so traders are going to make their way in. Come on. Right, we got horses. I don't want to pay that. I'll be honest with you, that's very expensive. Technically, all we need is a couple, then they can start breeding, but I really don't want to pay that price for it, so we'll see where we are, I think, in a moment. I'm not going to sell them the baskets at that rate either. I do think it is time for one of the bakeries to come in once again. So let's get the desirability buff over here. And this, again, is going to have some nice benches in it. So I'm thinking about if we... Let's leave a 3 gap there. And I am going to put them in. I think this is cool. So I like to think that it is technically a mixture of preschool and high school. They come and get some pastries, you know, lunch break pastries, all that sort of stuff. Don't laugh. And I'm going to keep it pretty standard with the benches. And then probably just a small... Problem with this one is you can't upgrade the small shrub. So you want to be careful with how you do it. But I think I'll go with a couple of these. So problem is they change as well. Huh. I might just have a little garden path that goes along. Have that one in there and then hopefully get the small trail ones coming into here. Like so. There we go. Alright, second merchant then whilst they're doing lots of decorating for me. Sand. I think I'm just going to have to bloody sacrifice it and go dig up those other ones. I know I'll be able to buy glassware at some point, but yeah, there's nothing here for us. We're debating what to do with the greens at the moment as well. What do we have here? Flax. Okay, that is a problem. We'll keep the buckwheat going on this one. It's okay. I just need to look into stuff that isn't going to basically cost us loads. I'm going to get rid of that one because it is pretty pointless. We want ones that aren't going to spoil so much. Root vegetables from turnips do store well. Might be worth just chucking one of those in. They're pretty good in the frost, so that is good. And we'll make sure the beans are in. We did do the year of leeks. I think a lot of those are the ones that expire. So leeks, for example, if you just have a look at them, I think long growing period and very high food yield, but only a moderate storage life. Okay, third trader though. Still nothing. What? You are joking me. Stop. Come and give me the goods. Well, that does kind of suck. It is what it is. This is great, though. With them being a reduced rate, I'm going to go ahead and purchase 4. Let's go 5. Because it's not very often you see them at that much of a reduced rate. And the heavy weapons are costly to make. So you look at all that spoilage. We went down to 3. We have had a few more people come in. Again, it's... Alright, I'm doing it. I'm going to go flatten and I'm going to start getting this sand in. We've got the population to do so. So let's go ahead. That will still last us 2 years, I think. We may even be into the deep sand deposits by the time we can use it. So if you're wondering, by the way, how to flatten. Bit of a weird one, but you have to do just tiny ones like this. So you start by just bringing them up. I might even be able to squeeze them on there. Let's have a look. Sand pit. So it's a 3x3. So we need those ones to happen and then we can do the rest. They should run along and do them in a moment. And looks like we may need to get a third rat catcher to cover this zone as well. So I'll go ahead and grab that one. Rat catcher. Let's get you over there. And off they go. They're going to go dig up my my ground here. Might start the flatten now. So that, whilst they're already over here, I reckon I can get away with doing this. To fit them on. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to do it, but we'll see. Just watching, see how much of the ground changes. It's changing quite a lot. I think it should be enough to do it. Yep. If you do big strips, it's nowhere near as effective. It's really weird how the flattening works in this game. Still don't think that's going to be enough, but I'll give it a go. It is enough. Lovely. Let's get that in before it messes up. Should level out anyway with these guys coming in. And yeah, we'll get our own. Just for now. Now, it's worth us also upgrading this one early on so we get the range. It should cover if anything comes through here, so it'll do a bit of damage, right? And at most, we lose 1 soldier at a time. And crops lost due to rot. Let's take a look. Wheat and rye, we're okay. By the time it comes back around, we are good. So by the time the turnips hit, we're in good standing. Right, I forgot the glassmaker was in. It's using up people. I might... Yeah, let's toggle it off for now. Let's just keep those kind of out. Let's check in. We'll make sure this is priority. They're going to have to cut down the trees. And as I said, I'll probably max it out. We'll just get those ripping in as quickly as we can. How many does it suggest? 34. So we're fine on numbers. But yeah, I'll probably just get one person in Preservist. And I'll allow them to use both greens and fruit and veg. So we can just utilize most of it. Because they can still eat it raw. But it will just make our food amount go up. You'll see a couple of months gain when we get to about here anyway. And they're already cutting down the beans actually. So yeah, look how many they're harvesting. You can see the number going up there as they're doing it. It's going to give us a big buff. And that one's flagged. So yeah, the bakeries are good then. Let's check in because we did get that one built and our little area has been completed. Here it is. Look at that. It's like a mini little housing town square. Just a tiny town. And we'll have to get medical in over there as well. This one isn't as sexy, but it does look good still, I think. The festival pole and the little garden. And then when that one gets upgraded, actually, which is a good point, we'll be in good standing. So when both of these get upgraded, this is going to look fantastic. We also have enough stone to consider getting some of these upgrades in, so let's do it. What's your problem here? Building storage is full. Okay. It might be worth getting a second baker in just to stock and remove those out. They should be putting it straight into here, though. But yeah, that alone should make the desirability go pretty crazy over here. We're already seeing some 90s over here. So as soon as the statue is in, we're going to be laughing. But yeah, we've still got plenty of room to cover. Stones are covered. I'm just double checking over the trees. We're going to have to set up a bit of a wood farm soon. They do grow back quick enough, though. So I've got enough just to keep kind of doing this. And let's check in over here so you can take a look at what we're working with. The idea I'm going with. I think once the theatre's upgraded and this is upgraded, it's going to look really, really cool. Haven't decided how I'm going to fence it yet, but definitely going to look really nice. It does mean we could do something down this way too, so that might be what we do. I don't want to waste the iron yet, but I think having the fences pull off from here would be good. I think I've overdone, or is it because that tree hasn't grown as quick yet? Yeah, that's all it is. All right, with it being only the 4 months of food as well, we need to consider what else we're going to do. And that could just be an expansion of one of these farms, in all fairness. But next year it's even more, so I don't think it matters too much. Looking over, flax is still good. Honey's still pumping up massively as well, and 14 people. Yes, please. Weird, because your number normally needs to be higher for them to come in, but that is going to change things. For the greater good, and by greater good, I mean preservist. So, we have sand coming in yet? Not quite, that means it's not built yet. It is built. Okay, they're going to start. It's going to take them a little while. Let's bump this up to... Let's go all 8. We want the sand. Then over at the preservist, glassmaker, sorry, we have that needs to be turned back on. Boom. Let's see how we do with just the 2. And then over here, I'll turn this on in a moment. I'll wait just for now, though. Just looking, it's the fruit mainly that would be good, but we can pickle up those leeks that we're starting to make, and mainly the berries that we grab. Bit of pickled cabbage as well. They love it. And that does mean our demand on heavy tools is going to change now. So I think we're currently using 3 in cycle, so we need to make sure our iron needs are covering this. Again, they will be producing it every so often when it's needed, so that's fine. How's the foundry doing? Good. And bricks ticking up nicely as well. Perfect. So we've got those 8 in there. Still not in position to get furniture, but there's the sand. So they should now be grabbed. There's going to be a lot of travel time through these, so I think another wagon shop is in order. But let's check in on this one to see how they're doing. Pretty damn good. So let's go ahead, though, and get one more in, because I'm fairly certain we're going to need it. And where do we want to get you? There's no room over here yet. I think it's okay. Wagon shops, we need to set up an area where we want them to be. And to be fair, by storage is a good shout. We could probably make use of this area then. A bit of a wagon shop area. I think I'm going to do that. And then I'll bring up the road like this. No, I won't, because the fence is there. You'll stay there. We'll maybe fill that with wagon shops. Right, we've only got a couple up here that aren't quite tier 3 in this zone. So we need to focus a bit of our garden space into this one. So let's go ahead with the simplicities. So we've got room over here anyway. Let's get you kind of covering that area. You've got an urn there, so we can get another one behind it. I think there's room. Boom. That should give us that little extra. With the upgrade, will be more than enough. And there's potential for a small statue over here as well, just looking in the corner. That whole area actually could be something. I'm also going to do something ready for the next attack. So as we've grown a fair bit, I think we're going to need a couple more archers in here. So let's say 3 actually. And we'll, just so we've got coverage with the extra shots to kind of come in. We've got 3 more in there ready. And now we're going to turn on the preservist building. So let's see how we get on. I'll leave it as a 1-to-1 ratio at the moment. We definitely want to use the root vegetables for that. I think that's best at the moment. Monthly food has changed a lot though, so we do need to ramp that up. But I think that preservist building is going to be the one. So at the moment, they're still going to have to stock in to start producing those. How much sand are we getting on now? Slowly but surely. It didn't help that we were in the winter. But we should be good. These guys will be doing their job before long. And that does then put me into firewood splitter. We'll need to get another one in. It's the resource chains, you know. They just ramp up massively the moment you start doing anything. Haven't quite got room over here for it, though. I think it squeezes in there quite nicely. Let's get that. I'm still going to get 1 per year of the cow, though, over here as well. So I'm still waiting for the horses to be able to be purchased. I'm hoping I can make a big sale this year. Things are looking good, though. Let's get things ready in anticipation. Plenty of clothing again. So let's bring that number down. And as I say, still got those 63 spices. They should sit for a while. Realistically, spices last for almost pretty much forever, right? We got a good amount of books. I'm not sure how much books even sell for, if anyone even buys them. But it's worth consideration anyway, but we're going to need them. A little surplus for the library. And it might be tier 4 when books actually become a thing, because they're not stocking them in the marketplace yet. So I may have misjudged that. That's absolutely fine. I'm now going to go ahead and get in some more houses as well. So let's take a look where we want to go. I think I'll go over this way. I've got a better idea. Let's get rid of that. Let's house them in a way that is going to leave somewhat a gap like that through the middle. Should reach those 2, and then these guys will leave a nice big gap there. That'll do for now. We can go pretty high up on this one, actually. It's really good. Let me know. I will ask you guys for any thoughts on what to do with the temple here. I do want it to be its own entity. I'm partly going to... I don't know whether the guild hall goes with this or the library. Library and temple kind of makes sense. And then guild hall and theatre over here might be the play. There's one thing I do think I want to do, though, and that is bring this up. And then potentially... How far is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think it's from there. Try that. Does that look the same? I'll leave that for now. Once it's gone, I'll reset. We need to move over 1. First trader, though, look at that. He doesn't have the money, though, which is annoying. What's this one? Hunter cabins yield more meat. Raiders do drop relics sometimes as well when you get later in. Just seeing if there's anything we want to buy from them temporarily. I don't think there is. It might... See, what because this is an increased rate, we'll take as much as we can off him. Which is that. We'll still have some in. And then, is there anything we want to buy? 3 months of food. We could go ahead. We're doing good on meat. We're smoking. That's like a good ratio. This is all pretty good. Not worth grabbing, I don't think. So we'll wait for the next traders. But that is a decent amount of gold that has just come in. So we can use that in our settlement to continue building out some of our decorations and kind of leveling up these ones. I think we'll be able to get these done. So it should be pretty good. And all of these houses coming in as well. So that leaves us with the upgrades probably where we need to be. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Yep, with upgrades that is more than enough to house for the 400 we need for our upgrade. So bricky also looking good. I'm going to change... I can't remember my quota on bricks. Okay, we don't have anything. I'm going to go to 400. Just turned it off. I'm going to go to 400 in the bricky, so we stop at that amount. That means we have spare after the upgrade. And then the clay can be used elsewhere on like pottery and stuff. Which arguably we might be able to get the 3rd back in there. And let's get that rat catcher assigned across. So we'll get you covering as many as we can for now just there. I will say performance is still holding much better than it used to. I feel like... I know I've got a new CPU since I last played, to be fair, but it is better for sure. I can't tell whether that is correct, guys. No, this needs to move over one. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of that one. There, that's equal. So this is going to be... We're going to plan and do something with this nicely here as well. I think that's a really nice spot for it. I may even spend some of our fencing on this. I partly want to make this its thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get the entrance point there so it's set as a reminder. We'll go for the brick ones. Costly to start building these out, though. Let me tell you, the brick thing, 4 per piece and 15 gold, but going all the way around will look really nice. I think this might need to be moved, though. Let's have a look. We're on the back. Let's move it forward 1. I'll probably pave most of the inside with benches, so let's get that prioritized and moved. Let's check in. So, number 2, pottery at an increased rate. Lovely stuff. What do you have? Soldiers and guards do 15% more damage. I really like this one. Not going to buy it, though. Think I'll wait. Let's sell those. At the moment, I'm aiming just to get more money, if I'm honest. Don't think there's anything I want to take from them. Smoked fish at reduced rate. Iron, we could buffer up. We could grab in a bunch of that just to keep us going. I don't think it's required, though. We can always build more mines. We could check in on the iron real quick. So if you click into it, you can see this monthly change, -6. So that does mean, let's see how many we have. Does mean we may need to consider something here. I just want to keep an eye and make sure my food is coming in as well. My pickled food. I'm not seeing it yet. This iron mine isn't maxed out, so let's go and max that out. I think it was a slow start, but they have started to make now. I see the glassware, so these guys... I think we're just waiting for the food to come in, to be fair to them. Oh, no, they're ready. They are ready. We just need the glassware in. Pondering existence. Why don't you go and grab the glassware? That would be wonderful. Plenty of sand coming in. And this does mean we'll need to keep an eye on coal as well. All right, incoming raiders. As you can see, then we are getting one coming across from this side. So we're ready. I mean, just the one in there with a crossbow. But he will do some pretty good damage before they kill him. So... range isn't the best. I'm hoping. Anyway, it keeps this protected. These guys, they're so split, I think we'll be fine. But yeah, we've got the 3 extra soldiers doing the deed as well. I don't think they can get up this way. I'm not sure if that river opens up at some point. I don't think it does. Though it looks like they're coming this way. I am partly tempted to spend a bit of the stone and wall this off then. I might just wall it off from here. We could terraform that. Let's have a look, though. 42, so it is getting definitely a lot more. Here they come. Let's see what we're dealing with. Slightly better weapons and armor as well, so this is definitely more. Let's get the bell rung here. Let's get them back. Let's go, guys. But yeah, they've gone all the way around, so I think they have to come into this. That's perfect. Maybe that was a deterrent, or that is just no way to go. Huh. We could terraform this to actually make it impassable too. Here we go, though. Incoming fun. I'm hoping none of my people die as a result of this. Get you upgraded. Should be okay, because once they get in range, there's definitely more armor, though. Because we've got 8 of these guys shooting at them, and they're not doing that much damage. There we go. Once the town hall gets stuck in, we should be good. And our 2 towers. Good stuff. Right, let's keep an eye on it, see how many we can kill off before anything. This is when I love the game, when raids start coming. So we're wiping the floor with them pretty quickly. Decided to attack my preservist building, not sure why. He's pretty armored, actually. See, when these big boys come, it does get pretty hard to kill them off. We've managed to kill 13 already. They've got, like, nowhere to go, so the pathing range is kind of weird. So it means they do have to go round a little bit, which is great. I think we're going to have to consider some heavier ones soon. It's either that or some kind of extra towers of some kind. I could reinforce a little area here that shoots down on it. But that will just slow them down. That was the majority. The rest are up here, so it's going to take them a long old while to get down here. I don't even think they know what they're doing. Look, they're kind of stuck. They're now coming back down this way. So yeah, we could definitely terraform this to make it impassable. I'm going to start. I think I can anyway. I'm just going to gradually do it. There is actually a raider camp down there. I don't know how many are left. There's about 20 that kind of came, so it's still half, I think. Any chance of you guys actually doing some work? Come on, glassware. It's weird. I think the glassware is still stored in here. They've produced 30, but I don't see it. Are they putting it in the marketplaces? I think they are. I don't see it for now. I'm going to say don't sell the glassware for now. Let's see if it goes in the correct way. Here they come. Finally. How many? A small handful. I'm not even convinced that can take this tower. Watch how much damage this does if it stops on the tower anyway, that is. Looks like it might avoid it, to be fair. We could definitely make this impassable, though. I'm just going to see how this kind of behaves. We might need to do literally singular ones at a time. See what happens with that one. That looks good to me. I'm just going to bring it up that way, so one at a time. Probably don't need that one. I might still do it, though. I'm not watching the attack because I don't think it matters. How do I want to do this? Let's bring that up again. Slowly but surely they're making their way in. Come on then. We've been waiting a while for you. No, they've turned off to something else. What are you guys doing? That's not okay. Okay, we're going to have to bring them over because they have decided that they want to go for this. A little bit frustrating. This won't be a problem when we block that one off then. So that is the play, I think. They're going to get away with some of our stuff over here, which is a bit annoying. Although they're not quite sure what to do. If we kill these might run actually anyway. Oh yeah, they've decided to move on without taking anything. I'll probably do this. Pull them away with the people. Cheesing it a little bit. Run away, guys. Run! It does work. Our soldiers are right here, so should be okay. We get the offensive stance on. That means they may shoot there, actually. Let's turn and face on this, guys. Come and get this one. Get him! Oh my god. They ripped him apart. And him. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Go and deal with these. Yeah, the only problem with these guys is the sheer pace in which they can get out. The horses are great for that. Oh, hello. What's going on there? Someone's hitting us. No, we're okay. I think job was done, right? Yeah, you guys can go back. Cool. Let's speed it up. Job has been done. As I say, then I'm going to try and flatten this out and keep going. It's going to take a hell of a long time. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and move the preservist building. I'm not convinced it's doing its job. Let's get it over here. Let's squeeze it right in that gap. Let's get that prioritized. I see 40 glassware made, right? And it's not in their storage. Where's it going? I don't see any glassware anywhere. Apparently I've got some. I see 7 because I've gone into the trading center. But I don't see it in my store. There it is. It's finally showing. That's really weird. It may have took a while. Hopefully then they do start. It's taken them a whole year to start making those preserves, even though we're good. Right, how much of that sand is actually left too? 686. So, yeah, looking at, what, 4 years worth? It's not too bad. All right, I'm thinking about doing something over here then to make this little area look quite nice. Thinking with it being near here, we can have an ornamental tree coming into that section. And then we can get... It might make sense to also have the flagpole. And I kind of don't like the location of this house. Give me a second. We could go ahead and move this homestead right into here. And the reason I'm going to do that is so I can do this. Hey, there we go. Preserve veg. We have some. Yeah, I'm going to move that in. I'm going to get an 2 ornamental trees. And then maybe a festival pole inside or behind. Haven't decided yet. I've been patiently waiting for him to come and do this so I can move on to the next one. Again, if anyone can explain it in really easy terms, if there is a quicker way of doing it. I don't think there is, but as you can see, it will just start to go pretty fractured. It's weird. So we'll try it again with that one. I don't know whether we need to just wait for one before we do the next. I'm pretty sure we do. Shouldn't be too bad. It'll have to be done in huge amounts of layers, and I might end up getting annoyed and just build a wall. We shall see. I'm just thinking, though, we could potentially get the wall there and then just move the tower kind of over. We wouldn't even need the tower, though, if we build it so it's impassable. They can't actually walk up and down it. Lovely thing to see, though. Actually getting used to it, and there will be no waste on this fruit now, which is great. Hopefully on all of it, to be fair. As long as we can keep up with the glass jars, which it looks like we should be fine to do so. Reservist building will be in full swing. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. I might even get a third person in there because there's going to be a lot of like stuff to do, and then we'll keep an eye on these traders as they come in for the year. And there it is. Do you have sand? No, you do not. Horses, though. Let's get our first 2 in. Just remember, when you buy your horses, when you obviously turn them into soldiers, you will lose them again. So you only want to do a couple at a time. I'm going to go ahead and sell all my baskets to you. And then kind of come out. So we're looking pretty good. We'll set them both over here. That is another thing we're going to have to look after. But the idea is to hopefully get up to birth here. Do I buy another one? I think I do. It is meat at the end of the day. I might just get 2. Get 1. Just 1. I'm not sure if 3 will be enough to give us that. So once the feed and stuff's going, we may be able to see if there is any birth rate here. I think we're almost there on cows. Yeah, so 2 per year. That is great. So fantastic amount of tallow meat and stuff coming in. Obviously can be upgraded once we hit tier 4. And then I think, does it go up to, I think it's 20. Can't remember now. I was at 16. Anyway, ornamental tree has gone in. This takes a little while to upgrade or grow, which looks really nice. But I'm going to go ahead and get another one. They're not fantastic at desirability. It's 3%, as you can see, but they are quite cheap, and they're pretty nice. And partly, I think we'll go with a double statue there. That is going to cost us 900 gold, but it is going to buff all of these up anyway, so it should be fine. As you can see, that one's actually almost ready for tier 5. So tier 5 is 100%, so we want to overdo it, basically. Now, there is a new merchant. I'm hoping we can get really lucky here. And they are buying this. That's good. So what are you selling? Nothing that I need, actually. I'm quite okay. Beer is a good one to make a lot of money, because most of the time they are buying beer, and it's just, I want to be careful because pubs cause issues. Probably the best way to put it. But yeah, we'll try and get in as much of this gold as we can. Candles are looking pretty juicy, actually, with the sheer amount we have. So let's go ahead and transfer some of those in as well. I could also sell off some of those for some of this gold. Same with a little bit of soap. I do like a buffer of some things. Actually, we may be able to get the 4th horse in now. So let's do it. And let's see if that is going to give us... There we go. There's the birth rate. So I'm not going to buy any more in. That should be more than enough to keep us going. I'll probably just get 3 in there so they are all good. Wouldn't mind you feeding wheat instead, because we have so much of it, guys. That is silly to not have that. I think the next thing we want to do is going to be Cooper, but we'd need another planking area for the Cooper, right? But that will kind of give us that extra thing. I'm going to need a 3rd grain storage here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get resources, also another plank maker. So do we want to flatten that out, or do we continue squeezing wherever we can? Because there's plenty of space. I think it makes sense to try and flatten that out a little bit. It's going to come from this corner. I'm being lazy with that, by the way, guys. You'll be, like I say, you can do the strips one after the other. It does work effectively. Like this. What I'll do is see if I can get that flat enough to continue. Over here, you'll see it's getting that jagged edge, bringing it all the way out, which is great. So it is working. And I'll try and get that piece going up. Another trader coming in as well. So let's make sure we are stocked up to sell. I think we are. And with some of this, let's go ahead and do the candles for all 800. I'm okay with that. A good amount of gold in store now, which is fantastic. So nothing else we can do with you. Just keeping an eye on this flattening as it's happening as well, so you guys can kind of see the changes that happen with each one. They're doing the strips first, which is okay. It's flattening it out quite nicely, and that big one should smooth it over, hopefully. We'll see in a second. There we go. That should be buildable. Should be buildable. Oh, it's not quite there. Right, okay. No problem. We'll try again. I'm going to go from the actual road, though. One more. And whilst we wait for that, we'll get the trade on the go. So honey at a really reduced rate here. I'm tempted to sell it anyway, but that's only a 1,000 gold. But we have so much honey, we may as well. We are producing a lot, so we may as well just do it. And I've got enough to even just transfer 500 more in. And I don't think there's anything else we want from this guy, so that's kind of where we're at. That willow is now on like 600. Holy crap. We should be like pumping out baskets, but we just really aren't. They're so slow. Probably in our best interest to remove one of these buckwheats, by the way. I'm thinking about squeezing in a pea of some kind so we could do this. That would work really nicely. And there we have it though, guys. Things coming along really, really nicely. Our second housing zone, really almost into the tier 3 or where we want it. It's starting to look really, really gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. A couple of pathing little bits that I want to squeeze in there. But other than that, we're looking good. Let's see before I go if I can do this. That looks flat enough. Yep, so we can get our planks. And I think I'm going to go with the Cooper. I know I said I was going, but let's go in there. Cool. There we have it though, guys. Thank you so much as always. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. Take it easy.